It's time for children's story. It's time for children's story. Let's give God all the glory. It's time for children's story. We come to sit and listen and hear a Bible lesson. Let's give God all the glory. It's time for children's story. Come and listen, come and listen, come and listen. It's time for children's story. Come and listen, come and listen, come and listen. It's time for children's story.
Hi, everyone. Hi to you, my friends. I want to start with a question for you. So I have a question. What do you think are some good qualities of a friend? What do you want your friend to be like? I'm looking for my Pathfinders to call out some answers, especially the Friends class. What are some things that are great qualities of a friend? To me, a friend is someone who is trustworthy, someone who I can ask questions and they're going to tell me the truth, and they're going to be honest, and they're going to keep my secrets, that they're supportive. A good friend can make sure that they're encouraging me and give me advice and show me different ways that I could be a better person. A friend is a good listener, someone who pays attention to what I say and wants to hear more about what I have to say. A good friend is someone who's dependable, someone who I can rely on, and I know if they tell me they're going to do something, that they will actually do it. And then a good friend is helpful because they are willing to support me and do what may be needed for not only my benefit, but just to be there to support. And then they're kind and caring and loving and even giving. Willing to give up or sacrifice something that they need or have for me. So that's someone who might be willing to share their toys or just have fun with me in those ways. So those are some of the qualities that I think are present in a good friend. I hope you have some like those too. And you know who is the best friend that we could ever have? That's right. You guessed it. Jesus. Jesus is the best friend and has all of the qualities that I named and so many more. In fact, when God created the first people on earth, Adam and Eve, he formed them from the earth and built them with his own hands. Adam and Eve were able to spend time with God in the Garden of Eden. He must have loved spending time with them. He treated them like his friends. God said that Adam and Eve were able to eat from any tree in the garden except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. At first, they listened to what God said, as they tended to the land that was rich and beautiful. But then a serpent appeared, who made Eve question what God said, and so she ate of the fruit of the tree that God said not to eat from. And Adam did too. God had to take Adam and Eve from the garden because they had sinned. Sin is not listening to the words of God. God punished the serpent because of what he told Adam and Eve. But because sin could keep us away from God and he loved Adam and Eve, he wanted to spend time with them. Imagine one of your friends. You spend a lot of time with them. You connect with them. You share toys. You share stories. You play. You tell secrets. But then your friend does something that makes them have to move far away from you. And now they don't live close anymore. Wouldn't you be sad? and want to do something so that you can be close and live close to your friend again? This is kind of like what God did. But because sin could keep us from God, and He loved Adam and Eve and wanted to spend time with them, God made a plan to save people from sin. He even wanted to save us. He knew that if someone could come and save us from sin, we would be able to be with Him again as His friends. As time passed, God kept working on His plan, even as more and more people filled the earth. He wanted everyone to have a chance to spend time with Him forever. So God had prophets who shared messages from God to His people. Prophet Isaiah was one of them and shared that Jesus would be born so that we could spend time with God forever again. As Jesus was born and grew up, He began sharing with people about God and how He can save them. He always wanted to be everyone's friend and had all the good things, all the good qualities that we want a friend to have. Jesus' story wasn't over. Jesus knew that the only way that He could save us from sin, which takes us apart from God, was to die. Jesus is the best friend that we can have because He was willing to give up His life for us. Because He chose to die, He was able to complete the promise that God made throughout time to give us a chance to be with Him again. In John chapter 15, verse 13, it reads, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay one's life down for one's friends." When Jesus died, the people who became His friends on earth were so sad, and they thought that they would not get to see Him again. But the story was not over. 3 days later, after they put Jesus in the tomb, He came to life again. Because Jesus is still alive, we get a chance every day to become His friend. Jesus is someone that we can trust. He can encourage us every day, wants to listen to all of our problems and even our joys. He is loving and kind and caring and giving and wants to be that in your life. So today, if you can take away one thing from this story, remember that Jesus wants to be your friend. He wants to build a relationship with you and have a connection to you and be close to you. All you have to do is say you want to be His friend too. Bye, everyone.